There we go. So welcome. I'm Justin Wyse. I'm the former head coach for Mesa Rim Reno and future customer experience manager for North City. Current right now, but things are a little closed down. So we're doing some remote classes from home. This clinic, the bodyweight clinic, is going to be something that we do every week on Thursdays at the same time from 6 to 6:30. It's really quick. It's short. It's easy to do. All you need is just a little bit of floor space. And the general format is going to be with this document that I shared in the chat. So I think that should be accessible for everybody. And even if you can't see it, you don't need to be looking at it as we go through. It's just a reference. So if you like this workout, you can go back to it later and be like, okay, I'm going to do this one on my own time if that 6 o'clock time frame doesn't work for you. So the way these bodyweight workout clinics are going to go is I'm going to give you a specific workout to do, and it's going to be in a HIIT format. So that's high intensity interval training format, which means you have a certain interval where you're actively doing something and the intensity is supposed to be relatively high, and then you have a rest interval period where you're just recovering and you're just catching your breath, grabbing a drink of water. And we're going to start with a really basic interval of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. If that ends up being too easy, then we can always up the pace. You can let me know in the video or in the chat. We can change it around a little bit. And I'm going to be keeping track with an interval timer. So I'm going to demo each thing before we do it, and then I'll just be here to provide support and correct form if needed or anything else, and talk a little bit about the exact form that I'm looking for each workout. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull up this document as well. And we'll do different ones every Thursday. It's going to be a little bit different. So like this week, we've got ultra basic since this is the first time we've done this clinic. But next time, we're going to try and do something a little bit more advanced, maybe depending on what people are interested in. So let's see what I can do here. Okay, so we've got our first set. The way this works is you'll have 2 workouts that you alternate between. So you've got jumping jacks and high knees, which is just like a little bit of cardio to get yourself moving. So I'm gonna demo what that should look like real quick. I need to get out of this box so I can see a little better. There we go. Okay. So the jumping jacks versus high knees form. Let me show you guys what I'm looking for. You might not be able to see quite all of me. Okay, jumping jack is super straightforward and simple. Out and in, back and forth, right? You're trying to keep your heart rate up the entire time. The high knees, you have your arms like just about at your waist. Each time you come up, the knees should be able to like hit your hand. So if I get a fast pace going, it should look something like this. The idea here for the opening set is that you're building your heart rate really quickly, so that we get your blood flowing, so that then when we start to do the harder stuff, it's not too challenging for you. So I'm going to start that interval timer in 5 seconds here. So we just want to make sure that we have enough space, and then we'll get to it. So we're going to start with jumping jacks first in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, here we go. So we got 30 seconds on. So for the jumping jacks too, all of these, especially for our warm-up sets, you want to make sure that you're not pushing yourself too hard. You want higher intensity, but you don't want to get your heart rate like skyrocketing super fast. So make sure we're about like 75% right now for the opening sets. Got 5 more seconds, and then we're going to rest. 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds rest. And shake out a little bit. Next one is high knees. This one, same idea. We're going to have the quicker pace, and we want to be about like 75%, 80% still. If you haven't done this stuff too much before, make sure that for your high knees, we want to be focusing on not like stomping the ground. You want your feet to be really light and focusing on your toes. So get ready in 3, 2, 1, high knees. Here we go. So each time trying to get those knees like nice and high. Like if you can get them quite a bit higher, then go for it. Make sure that you're being controlled when you hit the ground. So your impacts on the ground shouldn't be super loud. It should be cat-like, so you shouldn't have people hearing you. And we got 10 more seconds here, and then we'll get our next rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. rest, 30-second rest. So we've got 1 full minute down of each of those. We've got a few more minutes to go. So the way this works is each workout set is going to last about 7 minutes. There'll be like 2 different workouts that we do. It'll last 6 minutes. Then we get a 1-minute break while I explain the next 2, and then we continue through. And the whole thing lasts about 25 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to jumping jacks. Just trying to get warm, trying to get the heart rate up a little bit. Still at about like 80%. We don't want to be pushing super, super, super hard yet. Trying to let your heart rate adjust. If at any point in time throughout the workout too, you feel yourself getting a little bit gassed, you can take a set off too and let your heart rate calm down a little bit before stepping back in. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest, 30-second rest. We're halfway done with the warm-up set. Get this one set up for us. Okay, 10 more seconds. And we're gonna be back to high knees again. 3, 2, 1, back to high knees. Here we go. Make sure that those impacts on the ground are nice and light. We don't want to be making too much noise. Nice job, 7 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 30-second rest. We've got 1 more of each, and then we get that minute break, and then I'll explain the next one. The next cycle of stuff that we're going to do, like our second full round, is going to be leg based. So we're going to be doing some lunges and some squats, and I'll demo what good form for that looks like, because we want to make sure our form's consistent throughout the whole thing. Okay, we're getting going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to jumping jacks. Here we go, jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Still at 80% or so, between 70 to 80%. We don't want to be pushing too hard. We'll get the next couple sets to be able to do that. That'll drive your heart rate up quite a bit. And then the ones that we're doing for this are not super core specific, because we're going to be doing core workouts every Tuesday at the same time. We're going to do a core clinic that is a similar variation to this, but just all core based. 2, 1, rest, 30-second rest. So if that's something that you're looking for and you want some more core work, if you find yourself procrastinating with core work and only hangboarding all the time, then that might be a good one to show up to. It'll be a very similar format to this, just 30 minutes of body weight specific core workouts. You just only need floor space and you'll be able to do it. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, high knees, here we go. High knees is the last one. After this, we're gonna have a minute rest and I'm gonna demo the form that I'm looking for lunges and squats. 20 seconds, still at about 80%. Shouldn't be pushing yourselves too hard yet. Trying to focus on those soft impacts with the feet. Should be landing on your toes, not completely flat-footed. Shouldn't have your heel slamming into the ground too hard. Should be landing on those metatarsals of your foot. And rest. So we get a 30-second rest here, and then the full 1-minute break before we start the next round. So in that minute and 30 seconds, you can go grab a quick drink of water if you want, come back. Try and see if you can still see the screen, because I'm going to set up in the next 10 seconds here. I'm going to angle it just so I can go over the form that I'm looking for our second round, which is going to be the lunges and squats. Okay, scoot this back maybe a little bit more. A little bit better. Okay, so this is about all you really need to see for me. This is our 1-minute rest right now. That's the timer that you just heard. So when I'm coming down for squats, I want to at least be at about 90 degrees with my knees. You need to be able to see me a little bit better. Let's move this a little bit higher maybe. That's better. Okay, so for my knees, notice that my knees are not going to be going too far past my feet at all. Like I'm not trying to have my knees go past my toes. I'm coming down to about like 90 degrees. My arms out in front of me, trying to keep my butt back, right? And then I'm driving through my heels. So unlike the high knees, I'm trying to drive through my heels to go all the way up. Then for lunges, you're gonna do forward lunges and then backward lunges will alternate. You wanna go far enough forward that we can get a 90-degree bend at both legs, okay? And then you're alternating legs for each one. Okay, we're gonna get started here with the next round. We're gonna do lunges first in 3, 2, 1, lunges go, lunges go. So we're doing front lunges first. So make sure if you started with reverse lunges, that's fine, but just front lunges first, alternating on each side. This one, we're trying to drive the pace up a little bit more now. So now you should be at about 85 to 90% or so. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so up next is squats. So you have 30 seconds of squats next. So remember, for the squats, trying to get to about a 90-degree bend in the knees without your knees going too far past your toes. Feet should also be about shoulder width apart, okay? So for that stance. So when I'm doing the squats, I don't want narrow feet or like extremely wide. Think just like a little bit wider than shoulder width with my toes facing out. 3, 2, 1, go. Go for squats. Here we go. If you can do a full range of motion squat and you have no problem with doing that, pre-existing issues with your knee joints at all, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But remember, we're at about 90% right now, not quite 100. So don't push yourself too hard because we want to get through the full workout here. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. And then now back to lunges. We're gonna do that reverse lunge. So instead of taking a step forward, you're taking a step backwards with each leg. And same bend in the knees, you're going for a 90-degree bend in both, and a soft touch for the back leg, for the moving leg to go down and touch the ground softly and come back up. You don't want to impact hard. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, lunges, here we go. Lunges, reverse lunges this time. 20 more seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Okay, get ready for squats coming up. Some harder variations. If these are too easy, we're gonna ramp up to about 95% now. If the squats are too easy, you are more than welcome to do explosive jumps. So you take that squat, then come all the way up, jump, tuck your knees up into your chest, come back down, try and land on your toes if the squats are too easy. If they feel fine, then just ramp up your intensity and your pacing here. In 3, 2, 1, squats, here we go. So now we're at about 90, 95%, okay? So we're trying to think of like a little bit of a quicker pace. I should be getting about a squat in every 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds or so, okay? So that means if we're going for reps, then over the course of like the 30 seconds, I should be able to get about 20 to 30 squats in. Okay, we're resting. And then now we're going back to lunges. So since we only do 3 sets of each thing, this set of lunges, you're gonna alternate. So you'll do leg forward, leg backwards, leg backwards. And we'll mix both of those together. And we're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So leg forward first, then start right leg forward, then left leg forward, then right leg backwards, then left leg backwards, and so on. Again, you're at about 95% now, so we're trying to do a pretty quick pace. You should be feeling it, where your heart rate for sure. getting the muscles taxed because you're running out of oxygen. So make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath throughout all of this. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we got the squats coming up. So again, if the squats are too easy, you can do an explosive jump instead, get a little bit of air time, and work those fast twitch muscles a little bit more. If the squats feel like a decent level of difficulty, then just drive the pace up higher. If you're struggling at this point, then just slow your pace down or take a round off. And then we'll have a break coming up after this, a 1.5 minute break. In 3, 2, 1, boom, squats. Here we go. Squats are explosive jumps depending on what you need. Got 30 seconds of these, and then we get a 1.5 minute break before our third round, which is going to be a little bit more upper body intensive since we've been doing a lot of leg stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, so we got our 1.5 minute rest now. We are going to go over burpees and push-ups next. So catch your breath, get a quick drink of water. Burpees and push-ups. So the full burpee, what the full burpee form looks like. Let's set this up so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, so the full burpee form, right? So I'm jumping at the top, right? Which isn't necessarily a big jump, right? I'm hopping, boom, I'm coming down, I'm jumping both my feet back at the same time. I'm doing a push-up, jumping both my feet back in, standing up, and then when I stand up, I'm going immediately up into that jump, right? So in real time, that looks like jump, down, jump out, push up, in, jump, and then down, out, push up, in, jump, and so on, and so you can link them together. So that's what the burpee with the push-up looks like. And then we're also going to do just regular push-ups, and we'll alternate between a few different things. So the form that I'm looking for the push-ups, hands are shoulder width apart, feet are close together, back is flat, coming down to at least 90 degrees, and then coming back up again. We're gonna get started for that round in 10 seconds here. So get ready, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we got burpees first, We got burpees first and then push-ups for our third round. We should be at about 95 to 100% now. This is where you're pushing it really hard. The intensity should be up. Make sure that you're catching your breath. If it gets too hard, you can back off for a little bit, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. If you're having any issues with push-ups at all, if that's too much on your elbows, you can also substitute that for just doing like a mountain climber when you're down in the burpees, which would be bringing your knee up to your elbow on each side and then going up. If the push-ups themselves have too much trouble for you when they're coming up right now, you can also do those mountain climbers instead of those. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push-ups go. Hands shoulder width apart, down to 90 degrees and back up. Feet are close together. If that's too hard, you can scoot your feet further apart. You can also then elevate your hands, put them on something that's a little bit higher so you don't have to go down quite as deep, rather than putting your knees down. If you put your knees down, then you're not going to be activating your core as much, which isn't ideal. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 30-second rest. Catch your breath. Remember, this is the round we're trying to go about 100% right now. So make sure that we're getting after it. If you're really out of breath, grab some water. If it's too hard, you can take one round off. If it feels just right, then hang in there. We're almost done. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, burpees. Here we go. We're back to burpees. Burpees drive the heart rate up a lot, so make sure that you're breathing well throughout the whole process. And the rest time I'll set up so I can show you what the mountain climbers look like too, just to demo some form for an alternative option if the push-ups end up being too much. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, 30-second rest. Okay, what the mountain climbers look like. What the mountain climbers look like. I got a cat down here to help me demo. So if I'm here in the mountain climber form, I can do them in a controlled fashion. If I want to drive my heart rate up higher, then I'm going at a quicker speed. And that's a nice alternative if your chest is getting too tired, because there's a lot of push-ups with the burpees and a push-ups as a set. 3, 2, 1, push-ups again, go. Remember, 90 degrees is the depth that we're looking for. If that's not enough and you're like, man, I love push-ups, this is great, I can do a lot of these, see if you can go down a little bit further, as long as that doesn't put too much pressure on your elbows or your shoulders. If you have that range of motion and the ability, then go for it. Get your chest all the way to the ground and drive all the way back up again. Try and tilt your elbows in if you can too. Climbers tend not to have very good triceps and generally a lot more back and lats. So that's our rest time, 30 seconds of rest. We got one more each of these at 100%, so we want to finish strong. And then we're going to do the arm circle challenge at the end, and I'll do that with you guys as well. 15 more seconds here. I'm like kind of uneven. Make myself more even. 2, 1. Okay, here we go, burpees. So the last time you're doing burpees for the day. I know they suck, but you're almost done. So we got 23 seconds to go. Keep the pace up, 100%. Make sure that you're breathing. Don't hold your breath for this stuff. You need the oxygen. Find a solid pace. Don't be panting too much. Find a solid rhythm for the burpee repetition and for your breath. See if you can match it. Get yourself done. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Nice job. We got 30 seconds of rest right now, and then we've got our last thing at 100%, which is the push-ups. So this time, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit for the last round, instead of having just elbows at shoulder width apart, we're going to go wider. So I would walk your hands out maybe a couple spaces too wide and see if you can get your depth all the way chest down to the ground. You're driving with your pec major on both sides primarily and squeezing, keeping your core tight, your back flat. 3, 2, 1, boom, here we go. This is the last round of push-ups. And then we're going to have a 1.5-minute break while I explain the arm circle challenge, and you'll be able to catch your breath and drink some water. This is the last heart rate driving thing that we have for the day. And then we're going to do a little bit of that shoulder work. Almost done. 10 more seconds. Should have a pretty quick pace. Trying to be getting at least like 14 to 15 reps in during these rounds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We got a 1.5-minute rest, and then we're going to do the arm circle challenge. So the arm circle challenge, how does the arm circle challenge work? So you're going to set yourself up by going 30 seconds small forward. So this is the rotation that I'm getting for small arm circles forward, right? Then small backwards, 30 seconds. Then medium forwards, 30 seconds. Medium backwards, 30 seconds. And then big forwards, 30 seconds. And then big backwards, 30 seconds. That's still a minute of rest time now that we have. So if you need some water, you can go grab it. So once we get all the way through that, then we reverse it the other way. So the key to this is if you drop your arms too soon, then we're going to add in 15 seconds of plank for the group. So that's myself included. So if I drop, then I'll do it with you. Then we'll add that plank time at the end. If there are no drops, so if we get all the way through and there aren't any drops at all, then we'll just do a base like 30-second plank at the end just to round everything out and then call it a day. And then you can let me know too in the chat before you leave if it was too easy, if it was too hard, what type of difficulty you're looking for, and then we'll continue to do this on a weekly basis and get dialed in with the folks that we have showing up for it. We're going to get started in 15 seconds with the small circles forward. Make sure I have enough space too. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's 30 seconds. Small forwards. Want like a nice, like even pace like this. Notice how I can't quite get like both my arms in the full frame, but notice how like right now my rotations are really small, but my arms are completely straight, right? I'm also trying to have like good posture, right? So if you can see, I'm not like leaning forward too much like this, which might end up happening when you start to get a little bit more tired. This is hard, it lasts a long time. Okay, 30 seconds, small backwards. Remember, no drops. I remember I used to do this with the team kids all the time, and had a team kid that would talk about it in the beginning and be like, man, the arm circle challenge isn't so bad. Like, this feels so much easier compared to the other stuff we would do. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's only the first minute. And once you get a couple minutes in, it really starts to get hard. 2, 1. Okay, now we're doing medium forwards. I gotta move this chair a little bit. Don't drop those arms. So medium is like a nice kind of like blend, right? So our circles are starting to get a little bit bigger, but we're not getting that full range of motion out of our shoulders yet. You should start to feel this. You should be feeling it in your back, especially like in your shoulder blades a little bit. We'll get a nice break here in like another 30 seconds or so. When we do the big circles, that feels a little bit nicer. They aren't quite as challenging, I don't think, compared. Okay, that means backwards, backwards, medium. Gonna have some sad shoulders after this. Once we get to the big circles, it'll feel pretty nice until we start going back up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, big forwards, here we go. Ooh, that feels a lot nicer. So as we're going with big forwards, we want to make sure that you're in constant motion throughout this whole challenge. So the idea is that you don't want to have your arms stall out and hang at any point in time. You're doing these consistent circles for, I believe it lasts, I think it's exactly 5 minutes all the way through. If you have some like shoulder clicks, big backwards, shoulder clicks are normal, that's okay. There's probably just a little bit of scar tissue in there. If this is bothering you at all though, if you're feeling any like shoulder impingement, things feel a little bit gnarly or like there's any sort of sharp pain, you should stop immediately. Make sure that you're not making anything worse, any pre-existing condition that you have worse. You want to take care of your shoulders. Okay, it's about to get hard again. Here we go. It's going to be medium forwards in 2, 1. Okay, here we go, medium forwards. So we're going back up. Ooh, I hit the chair. Ooh, it's starting to get hard. 15 more seconds. Try and keep good form. So remember, we're trying to make sure that our arms are still straight, still keeping our back in line. Okay, medium backwards. Remember to keep breathing. Never want to be holding our breath through any of these. Want to find a nice solid breathing rhythm. 15 more seconds here. And then we're going to be in the home stretch of the gnarliest part. 3, 2, 1, small forward. Okay, here we go. This is the hardest part of the 5 minutes. Stay strong, so check my form too. So notice my posture, right? I'm nice and even. We want to make sure that we're not compensating too much by coming forward or leaning our shoulders forward or having our circles be too big. Keep your arms all the way up. We're almost done. Circles shouldn't be driven forward like that. We want them nice and back. Draw those shoulder blades back together like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Okay, 30 seconds backwards, small backwards. Almost done, so close. And then we will have completed the arm circle challenge. 20 more seconds. Remember to keep breathing, keep that good form all the way through. Don't drop those arms until we're done. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, okay. I'm gonna want to stretch those shoulders out a little bit now for the next 30 seconds. And then we're gonna just hold a quick 30-second plank at the end to call it off. So we'll just do 30 seconds. I didn't drop. I don't know if you dropped at all either, Neil, but we'll just assume that you crushed it. And we'll go for a 30-second plank, and then we'll call it because we're about out of time here with just finishing at a half hour since we started. Okay, get ready for plank in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna plank with you. I'll bring the computer over here so you can see my plank form too. As I plank over the cat. So for plank form, making sure your shoulders are stacked directly over your elbows. So if you're leaning too far back, your butt up, that's bad. You want that butt down, back flat. Push your toes a little bit so you're getting the shoulder directly over the elbow. Yes, hello, you gonna plank with me too? There we go. And that's it. And then we're done for the day. So thanks for coming by. If you liked this, then make sure you come back next week. We'll do some other stuff too. This workout too gets saved. So you can use that Google Drive doc at any point in time that you want to be able to reference it and do it again on your own. There's plenty of variations you can do. If you don't want to come up with anything and you just want somebody to run it for you, I'll be here every Thursday at 6 and do it in exactly a form like this. It'll be a quick half-hour workout. We'll get you through. I'm going to put my email in the chat really quick as well, just in case you have any questions at all, or you want to get in touch with me, you're more than welcome to do so by going to that email address. Shoot me an email there. Not at the time being. Thank you though. But just show up. We're tracking attendance for things. So if you like the class and you're interested and you had a good time, just go ahead and spread the word, and then be here on Thursdays or on Tuesdays too to check it out. And then we'll keep compiling resources for you too. Every single one that I do, I'm gonna print up the clinic specifically on a Google Doc so that way people can reference it if they can't make the time at 6 o'clock. But thanks so much for coming. We're gonna continue to do these. Next one is gonna be Tuesday at 6 o'clock. It's gonna be the core clinic variation. So it'll be more core specific. And then you can shoot me an email too if you want more difficulty or if there's something specific that you want, just let me know and then I'm happy to throw that in the clinic. It's really easy for me to do. But that's it. So thanks a ton for coming by, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.